that novel, as well as some of my other writings, embrace the notion that three worlds exist alongside each other: the African cosmology of the world of the living, the world of the unborn, and the ancestral realm. And The River of Where Blood is Born kind of embraces that. There is a chapter that's narrated by an unborn child. The voices are stitched together by this sort of duet of otherworldly narrators, an ancestress as well as Kwakuanatsi, the trickster spider. And then the world of the living, which is the realm that we all inhabit. So both in terms of these different realms of existence, and then in terms of time, the stories of these women over 200 years is a part of that experience of The River Where Blood is Born. For me, as an African American woman, I've always felt this deep and unsatisfied yearning to be connected to a past that I was unaware of. And so for me, traveling to Africa spoke to that yearning. I don't think it satisfied it, but it sort of spoke to that yearning and, kind of showed me that, yes, this is my spiritual homeland. This is the place that my ancestors originated. Well, all of our ancestors originated from Africa, really. But at the same time, travel to Africa sort of erased some of the romantic notions and misconceptions that I had about what Africa was, what it represented, and how, or if I would be able to fit in, fit back in to that experience as a daughter of the diaspora. So it was a complicated experience for me. I teach at the college level, in addition to writing courses, I teach African American literature. And as part of that pedagogy, I find I have to teach African American history because without the context of the historical moment, a lot of times the literature is not understood. And the responses that I get from African American students, oftentimes this is the first introduction that they've had to, to reading Black literature, or sometimes even reading a book. And, I start out with the vernacular literature of slavery and the slave narratives, and then going on up through Phyllis Wheatley and the Harlem Renaissance. And it's really amazing sometimes what young people don't know about their own culture. Sometimes people get angry, like especially when they read the literature of slavery and freedom and come to understand the horrible inhumanity of that institution. And so sometimes there's a defensiveness, embarrassment, and then sometimes students are ultimately empowered and identify with the struggles and the stories of that historical experience. It's kind of amazing how resilient African American vernacular language is, and how once you get used to reading it, you can kind of understand the way enslaved African Americans spoke, and you're like, hey, it's not that much different than the way we speak, and the issues around injustice are similar.